Yo, Wagwan, what's good, people? It's your boy Kitmanaman, and guess what? We are outside. We are outside. We are outside. Okay, we're outside the Emirates Stadium, home of the mighty Arsenal, and I'm going to be talking to Arsenal fans and finding out how they feel about the transfer window. Yeah? So, before I get all the way into this video, make sure you smash the like, yeah, subscribe to the channel, yeah, and as always, first victim of the day, introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Ronnie from Ronnie Football Shirts on Instagram and YouTube.
Sick. Right, so transfer window's over.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions on how you feel the transfer window went, yeah? Right, so what do you rate the Lisandro Trossard deal from Brighton for 27 mil?
I mean, it's exactly what we need. As to the squad, that's what everyone wanted before the transfer window.
10 out of 10. Sweet. Jaco Kirio from Spezia, 20 mil.
Haven't watched it. I don't know much. I know he's a left-footed centre-back, young as well. Got to say 7 out of 10.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You trust the boys? You trust they know what they're doing?
Gabriel, he's in a position that's good as well.
Sweet. And the most controversial in Jorginho from Chelsea, 18-month contract, £12 million. What do you say?
Yeah, I actually don't like that. Like, obviously he's Chelsea and I'm not allowed to like him, but I don't know. 7 out of 10. He's good covering the midfield, he's experienced, that's what we need. So 7 out of 10.
We've got a couple outs, only loans, but like you to rank them out of 10. So Albert Sanvilla-Conga to Crystal Palace on loan.
Yeah, like 9 out of 10. Working under Vieira, it's perfect.
Vieira, woo.
Perfect for the club as well. He needs to go. He worked down well for us. He needs to go to step up. Works for everyone.
Cedric Suarez to Fulham without an option or obligation to buy on loan.
See, the thing is, I know people would like to got a fee for him or have him gone permanently, but him leaving opens up the space for us to put a player in. It's a international player as well. So, for me, it's like 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, fair enough. Marquinhos to Norwich on loan. Shout out to Zeke.
I mean, it works. Again, same with Laconda. It works for everyone. He played for us in the Europa League. It's great. He never played in Oxford. At Oxford in the FA Cup. He's not playing back.
So, what would you rate the window as a whole out of 10?
So coming into the window, everyone wanted more numbers, more options on the bench, and I think that's exactly what we've got. So for me,
Premier League players as well.
With experience across Europe, it has to be a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
Yeah.
Does Gabby Jesus walk straight back into the starting 11 when he's fit?
No, I don't think so. I think Nketiah's in the room, like, he's scoring.
Your defense is in trouble. Nketiah's in the room.
He's scoring goals, that's the thing. I know Jesus was helping the team in other ways, but Nketiah's...
So what you're saying, Jesus is a glorified Alexander Lavin?
No.
I'm joking.
No
right.
way, that guy.
Last question. Can we win the league?
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you, Ron. Person here. What's your name, sir?
Dave Spraby.
Dave. Right. So, transfer window just slammed shut yesterday. So I've got some questions to ask you about it, right? So, Leandro Trossard from Brighton, 27 mil. What do you rank that out of 10?
Good signing.
Out of 10?
Very good signing.
What are you going to give that out of 10?
Probably 8.
8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Right. Jago Kirio from Spezia, young defender.
I would give that probably 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jorginho from Chelsea, 12 million, 18-month contract. How do you feel about that one? What do you rate that one out of 10?
I would rate it probably 7 again.
7 again.
He's getting on a bit in his.
Yeah, but it's only 18-month contract.
Yeah, it's not a bad time actually.
Had a couple of outs. Albert Sanvilla-Conga to Crystal Palace to go and play for Vieira on loan. What do you make of that one?
I would prefer to keep him for the cup games and the cup competitions. He could get into the first team, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cedric Suarez to Fulham on loan without an option to buy, without anything to buy. So he's coming back in the new year, in the new season. What do you rate that one out of 10?
I would say 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, get him off the books.
yeah, get him off the books.
Same with Marquinhos to Norwich on a loan. Young boy, Brazilian
Yeah,
lad.
I do like him. I would rate that probably 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I would like to keep him at the club, definitely, because I think he is a very good player.
What would you rate the entire transfer window? So ins and outs, missed deals, deals that.
I would say probably 7.
7 out of
Yeah,
10?
7 out of 10.
I think that's fair. Does Gabriel Jesus walk straight back into the starting lineup when he's fit?
That's an hard one. I would like to think so, but
Your defence is in
yeah,
trouble.
he needs to. Yeah, he needs to. I think he needs to definitely be match fit.
Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Question before I let you go on your merry way. With this current squad, can we win the league?
Yes!
Come on, Arsenal. What's your name, sir?
Josh.
Right, we've got Josh. Right, so transfer window is just done, as we just know. Leandro Trossard from Brighton, what are you rating that out of 10?
I'd probably rate that an 8 out of 10. The reason for
8 out
that
of 10, yeah.
is because it gives a bit of pressure to Martinelli, and Martinelli and Saka both need a bit of like competition on the wings, because as you see, Saka and Martinelli
Playing a lot of minutes.
a lot of game time, and if any of them get injured, then we haven't really got back.
Thiago Kirio from Spezia.
I've not really seen much of him, so I'm going to rate him a standard 7. It's definitely coming for Gabriel.
Jorginho from Chelsea,
Okay.
12 mil. He's now a gooner. How do you feel? What do you rate that out of 10?
I haven't really been a big fan of Jorginho. However, I will say I call it an 8. The reason for it an 8 is because we needed a midfielder. Obviously, we've gone in for Caicedo, 70 million. But I think Caicedo was a bit much, and I do believe that getting just a bit of covering for Thomas Partey, for Xhaka, as well, like you said before, Lokonga and everything, they've gone out, so it's good, and sadly it's about on any, but you know, it is what it is.
So we had a few outs. Sam Lokonga to Crystal Palace on loan.
Yes, so I'd rate that a 9. I agree, the playing style, Patrick Vieira, obviously he's been part of the Invincibles, able to teach him the ways of the Premier League, being able to basically turn him into a mini Thomas Partey.
Cedric Suarez to Fulham with no obligation, even though he surfaced the requirements at Arsenal.
So I'll give that a 6. The reason why it's so low is because, again, I just wish there was an obligation to buy. He's like 6 surplus to requirements. So.
Marquinhos to Norwich on loan.
So again, Marquinhos, I'll give that a 9. Norwich are always in and out of the Premier League. Pushing in a Championship side is a very, very strong league as well. So yeah, I think that's a really good signing for them. It gives him game time. If Norwich can get back up, then next season, you know, and I'm not sure why he can get into a squad, give it a bit of cover. So yeah.
What would you rate the entire transfer window as a whole for Arsenal?
I'm going to say,
including the players that we didn't get and all of that stuff.
I'm going to call it an
8.
And an 8 because we showed ambition. Last January we struggled, we didn't get many players in, and we dropped out of 4th. He's gone in there, midfielder. Yes, we've splashed money to try and get a midfielder, but it didn't go well. To get Jorginho as covers just so quickly is just amazing. So,
yeah, sensible, isn't it?
Yeah, very sensible.
Cool.
Yes.
Does Gabriel Jesus walk straight back into the starting 11?
No.
For
For me, a lot of people have hated Eddie, and I was a bit of a doubter at the start. But being able to start games, he's grabbed the opportunity with both hands, and I think Jesus just needs a bit of time getting into the squad. But I do believe that if Eddie's able to, you know, keep pushing it, then I don't see why not Eddie should start every game.
Final question.
Yeah.
Can we win the league?
Of course we can.
Lovely.
We're going to fucking win it too. So.
Come on. Thank you. Luke? Right, cool. Transfer window's over. Get your thoughts on the transfer business right now. I know you're cold, so we're going to keep it quick, yeah? Right, so Trossard from Brighton, 20 mil, 27 mil. What are you rating that out of 10?
8.
8 out of 10?
Yeah, yeah, he's a good player. I liked it when he came on for his debut. He did some decent stuff.
Gabriel Kirio, centre back from Spezia, 20 mil.
Well, yeah, I give that a 6. I think to be honest with you, I saw him a little bit in the World Cup. I thought he did okay, but it's hard because I don't know if he's going to be able to fit in properly. But yeah, exactly.
Jorginho from Chelsea, 12 mil, 18-month contract.
Nah, not for me.
What are you rating that out of 10?
3.
3 out of 10?
Yeah.
Whoa. Fair enough.
Not good enough for me.
Alright, we've got a couple of outs. Sambi Lukonga was going to Crystal Palace on loan to the end of the season. Would you rate that
Yeah,
out
I
of 10?
think that's going to be it'd be good for him. It'd be really good for him because I think, to be honest with you, he played in a similar situation as what Vieira did, and I think Vieira will get the best out of it.
Suarez to Fulham on loan with no obligation, no option, no nothing, coming back. Would you rate that piece of business out of 10? 2.
Need to get rid of him. It's not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fair enough. Listen, it's your opinion. And Marquinhos to Norwich on loan?
Good. Yeah. I'll give that a 9 because I think he just needs to grow. And I think, he'll get some minutes, get some game time.
And what would you rate the entire window as a whole? So that's players that we did get, players that we didn't get, players that we sent away, etc.
I'd probably say 7. Yeah, because we went in for some decent players and we didn't get them. But I think if we hold out till the summer, we're looking at Declan Rice, looking at people like that, easy. Get them.
Does Jesus walk straight back in to the starting 11?
No. Eddie Nketiah has proved time and time again that he can do it. When he was in the team last season, and then he scored the goals that he needed to, then got dropped again, and then came back into the team again. Absolutely fantastic.
And final question: Can we win the league?
Of course, we can win the league. Absolutely, 100%.
Up the arse.
Kieran.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Likewise.
So transfer window has just shut.
Just gone.
And I want to get your opinion.
Yeah.
Right. So Lissandro Trossard from Brighton, 27 mil.
Yep.
Would you rate that 1 out of 10?
Out of 10. I'll go a 7.5.
7.5?
I reckon. He looks good so far. I think he's a good season for Brighton so far. He's not the Mudryk that we maybe wanted, but I like it. I think it's smart business, to be fair. Maybe I'm being harsh, 7.5. Let's go 8.
Yeah.
We'll go 8.
You go 8.
Yeah.
Cool. Jacob Kiwior from Spezia, 20 mil.
Yeah.
Young kid.
22, isn't he? Yeah. I think he's got the left foot, which Arteta wants to cover defence. I'd give him. I think we'll go similar. I'll put him at 7.5 because I don't know much about him, but he seems good.
And you trust?
I trust Arteta. Come on.
Cool. All right. Controversy.
This one. Here we go.
Jorginho, 12 mil from Chelsea, 18-month contract.
I like the 18-month contract. I think that's good. I've been back and forth on this one, in all fairness. When I saw the links a couple of days ago, I was a bit like, oh, not again. Not these links again. Yeah, mate, I bet. But we all thought Caicedo, and then, I'm going to give it a 6 for now and hope it grows.
You had a few outs.
Yeah.
Sabri Conga to Crystal Palace on loan.
Yeah, I think it's a good loan. I don't know if he'll come back into the fold, but if he plays well under Vieira, I think
Out of 10,
that's
what do
looking
you
good.
rate that
I reckon
piece of
that's a 7 loan. I reckon. I think that's good for us.
Cool. Cedric Suarez to Fulham with no option, no obligation,
No option.
no nothing.
I think that's fine. Get body out. It's probably an 8, is it?
Yeah.
I think that's
You
fine.
get rid of him.
Bless him. He's a good photo bomber, isn't he? We'll give him that.
Marquinhos to Norwich. on
Yeah,
loan.
really good. They're up near the top of the championship, aren't they? So competing, I think that'll be really good. I think that's probably a 9 of a loan for him. Good development, I think.
And what would you rate the entire window? So that's ins, outs, players that we didn't
Combined.
get. Yeah, players that we didn't get.
Yeah,
players that
fine.
we were linked to.
I think some
Getting
good
cover.
ins. Obviously, no Mudryk, no Caicedo, but not overspending. So I'm happy with an 8. I reckon.
Yeah. 8 out of 10 window.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Gabriel Jesus walked straight back in to the start
Oh,
11.
mate. Might have to be eased in. Maybe. Nketiah's smashing it, isn't he? At the minute, it's hard. I think he still does. I think he might come straight back. Maybe.
What, like a system.
I think, yeah,
For the
like
system.
exactly. Like, I mean, we played incredible football with him in the team. Not necessarily for the goals, but I think for the system, yeah. I think he probably does. Cool. A couple of sub appearances and he's in.
With the squad
Yeah.
that we now have going into the rest of the season, can we win the league?
We can win the league. Of course we can win the league. Come on.
Finally home after a long day out,
And it's time for my opinions on the transfer window. Leandro Trossard deal from Brighton for 27 mil at I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10. I think he's really good player. When I saw him playing for Brighton, I thought he was good. He looked good against Man City. Jakob Kivior, I don't know anything about him. A lot of people said that they saw him at the World Cup. I didn't see him at the World Cup. I think I watched half of one Poland game. But I trust Arteta. He fits the profile. So I'm going to give that one a 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. I'm going to give that one, yeah, the controversial one. Jorginho from Chelsea. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. When I first saw the news, I was mortified. I didn't want it to happen. I thought it was a bad dream. But the more I thought about it, solid player, man. He's not as mobile as Partey. We all know this. But with everything considered, with the Casado deal and all of that stuff, not being able to get Declan Rice and the guy from Spain, they done well. It's a temporary fix. And as long as Partey doesn't get injured, it's good. Out Sambi Lokonga to Palace. It's a good deal. Go and play under Patrick Vieira. Go and play some Premier League football week in, week out, hopefully. Cedric Suarez, I'm going to give that one, I'm going to give that a 5. Because it's good that he's left the club. But it would have been nice to get some sort of option or obligation to buy. Marquinhos to Norwich, I'm going to give that one like a 9 out of 10. Because of my boy Ezeki, he gets to watch him week in, week out. He can be my Marquinhos scout. I'm going to rate the window as a whole as I'm going to give the window as a whole an 8 out of 10, you know, because I do think that they covered the areas that they wanted to cover. They didn't necessarily get the players that they wanted for long term. So Mudryk and Casado, they were long term options. But Trossard and Jorginho are now options. We are in a title race. Yeah, man, 8 out of 10. Yeah, man, big up Arteta and Ed. Do I think Jesus walked straight back into the starting 11? No. And I think it's a good thing that he's not going to be pressured and rushed back. Like, Eddie doing his thing is a good thing, because then we don't rush back Jesus before he needs to come back, and then he niggles and gets more injuries and stuff. Let Jesus have a steady phased return back to work. Yeah? And then when they're both at the peak of their powers, then they can battle it out. I think Jesus maybe edges it. Do I think we can win the league? Of course I think we can win the league. That's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit a like, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, I've been Kitmanaman. Peace.